Today we are continuing with our series Shoel meishiv with Rabbi Leib Tropper. Today is part 3, and the question that we're addressing today, Rabbi Leib, is the idea of eating before davening. Many people have questions about, can they eat before davening? If they can, what can they eat? Is the same thing apply to drinking a glass of water before I daven? What happens if I'm hungry or if I have to eat? Is there a difference between eating before davening during the weekday and eating before davening on Shabbos? Could we get some clarification on what those halachas are and how we can address this issue?
Hashem Tzur v'Gali, Hashem Sofsai Tiftoch. I hope that the Eibishter puts in the right thoughts and the right words in my mouth. Amen. It's a very germane question. They're confusing hanhagis in this conduct in this particular question, regarding this particular question. The Gemara says that a person cannot eat before davening. Otherwise, it's v'oisi hishlachta achei gavich, meaning you took care of your body first. That's a guy. You took care of your body first, and now all of a sudden you then you say, okay, now that I took care of my body, I'll take care of God's and meet my requirements to God. That's not. So the Gemara says it's also to do it. In fact, the Minchas Chinuch and the Gemara uses a pasuk of Leiseichlu al Adam, Leiseichlu koidem shetespalalu al dimchem. Don't eat before you pray for your own blood, meaning before you pray for your life. In the Chinuch, Minchas Chinuch learns in the Sefer Chinuch on that lav of Leiseichlu al Adam that it's a Iser de'oraisa. It's not just a Iser d'Rabbanan, it's a Iser de'oraisa to eat before davening. But put that aside, because it doesn't seem like the Achrein Rishonim learned that way, that it's Iser de'oraisa. But there is a shita in Rishonim that it's Iser de'oraisa to eat before davening. There is a second halacha, Shulchan Aruch, Hatzomei v'harov Hareiheim b'chlal cholim. This is Simon Peites in Orach Chaim, where the first halacha is about not drinking and eating before davening. Period. There is an exception. Hatzamei v'harov heim b'chlal cholim. If they could daven properly without eating and drinking, they should daven. If not, they should eat and what they need, and then they should go drink, and they should drink, and they should go daven. Let me talk halacha l'maisa in an abbreviated fashion, perhaps. There are some people who have a minhag, I don't know where it comes from, but to eat a real suda before davening. I have no idea where that comes from, particularly on Shabbos. They eat a lot of cake and a lot of coffee and who knows what. And not just what they need, but they eat a lot.
This is going davening in the morning, not before Mincha or Mariv.
No, this is only in the morning, only for Shachris. The Mechaber Paskas and Shulchan Aruch is also lechav v'lishtais kaidem atfila. It's also to eat and drink before. What's also to drink? So the Mishnah Chafetz Chaim brings down all the poskim, like milk, water without milk. That's fine. Black coffee is fine, but with milk, problem, because milk is marbed dam. It says leiseichlu al adam. So you should not go and. However, the Aruch HaShulchan takes. Almost, takes almost umbrage and insulted about this halacha, and he says that cannot be. Obviously, because Jews would drink, he says, the only time it's considered gaiva, it's only considered like violating the respect of a Kadosh Baruch Hu, was only if you're putting the milk in because you want it to be more tasteful. But if you cannot drink the coffee without the milk, then it's permissible. Absolutely, 100%, no questions. It's permissible to drink the coffee. Sugar as well. According to him, sugar is the same thing. You could put sugar. You're not allowed to. Chafetz Chaim says sugar is prohibited, but the Aruch Shulchan says, and the Das Torah says that it's Torah from the Masham, and the Shlomo Zalman Auerbach says, and the Poskim of Yoshev as well. They all pass that if you cannot really drink it, then it's mutter to drink before davening. If it's you can't drink the coffee without the milk and the sugar, then you could do it. And if you have to have something to eat because you feel weak, then of course you could eat as well. Nothing extensive, not an elaborate meal, but to have some cake, a little bit, and to have coffee. It's absolutely mutter in B'chai Gavna when you feel very hungry in the morning, and it's really difficult for you to sit through a shachas on Shabbos or on a weekday. Now, there's a suffix in the Mishnah Berurah, Machlekes Achreinim, what to do if it's mutter for you to eat before davening. Do you make kiddush or not? That we're not going to talk about right now. That's another whole issue. And Shem Zalman has a discussion in Shmir Shabbos Kachasa about that, and you can look at it yourself. However, what's clear in the Poskim is that it is mutter to drink coffee with milk and sugar if that you're only doing it to give flavor and not because you want to have the milk and you want to have the sugar, but you're giving it flavor and make it more drinkable for you to have on before davening. Any day of the week. Any day of the week.
On Shabbos, what about Onik Shabbos? Could you do it then for Onik Shabbos?
I don't think Onik Shabbos would play a role since Tefillah still comes first. Tefillah, I think would be the first priority. Adam apply 7 days a week, and that goes first. Shlomo Zalman does have a suffix. He's mistapik. I think Shmir Shabbos Kachasa, Perek Chaf. I think he's mistapik whether or not a person should eat pachas mikashir, like should eat a little bit like you do in Yom Kippur, even though it's not Yom Kippur. But if it's preferable for him to avoid considered eating before davening, should take like a little bit of half a kazayas, and then 6 minutes later have another half a kazayas, drink his coffee. Of course, oichlim and shtia is not mitzvah if you don't connect liquid and food, solid, to count as a shear. Not even Yom Kippur. You don't connect food and oichel and mashke are not connected for the shear. Even Yom Kippur, it's for a Mishnah. It's not my chiddush, it's not anybody's chiddush. It's a Mishnah. So, in summary, for the second time, one may have milk in his coffee, sugar in his coffee, if that's the only way he could drink it, and he feels he needs it before davening. One may have some cake. Shlomo Zalman suggests perhaps eating it pachas mikashir, but he doesn't say it definitively. So therefore, you can't have something if you're really hungry and you feel that'll help you daven. Much better if you could have something to eat. That is a summary of your question, Peretz. That's the way the Masham Paskins, the Gedolei Yisrael, who have more complex shilas, like shilas and agunis, and kosher gittin or not, Masham was relied upon. I guarantee you could rely on him